We've got Cliff's Cats, Toronto Pet Daily Pet Tips, Survivor Stories, What's Up with Woofy, and we go inside Pawsability with Janice Olnick.
So this is where all the magic happens. My name is Janice Olnick and welcome to Pawsability.
Hey, it's Matthew on the Paws Cam, and I'm outside Pawsability, one of Toronto's coolest places for dog rehabilitation. They create prosthetics and orthotics. Get ready for Paws though.
My name is Janice Olnick and welcome to Pawsability.
Pawsability is a canine prosthetic and orthotic full-service company. Janice explains.
So Pawsability got started in 2007. I had studied prosthetics and orthotics for humans. That was my educational training. I'd been working in the field of prosthetics for about 6 years at that time, 5 years, and had the opportunity to make a prosthetic leg for a dog, and everything else just sort of took off after that. The most important way that people find out about Pawsability, or the most important step, I would say, is through their veterinarian. So in order to provide the service that I provide, because my background is not veterinary medicine, my scope of practice is basically the designing and fabricating and fitting of prosthetic and orthotic devices. All of the clients that I see have to go to their veterinarian first and have their dog assessed and diagnosed for whatever their particular injury or condition is. So this is where all the magic happens. The first thing that we have to do in order to make a device is to take a cast. I would wrap the dog's limb in casting tape with a stockinette over top of it, and that would give us a negative mold of their leg. From the negative, grab this one, you then pour it up in plaster of Paris and you have a positive.
Janice explains the different types of prosthetics and orthotics that could be useful to a dog in need.
There's certainly a broader range of orthotic cases that can be managed with devices. I see dogs that have stifle or knee injuries. This is an example of a stifle brace, and a stifle is a dog's knee. An example of a prosthesis, and it's prosthesis and orthosis. So it has a stifle brace on the top, similar to the one that we just saw. But the bottom part of this device is actually an extension prosthesis.
Janice explains the process of creation and how she can customize each brace and prosthetic for your pets.
This is actually not painting. This is the lamination process. So when I do layers of fiberglass mat and fiberglass stockinette, and then you introduce that resin, your outer layer can be any material that you want. So I often have clients bring me fabric that they've selected, and that gets incorporated into their device. It doesn't stay as a fabric finish, it becomes part of the plastic. So it's a way to make devices custom and kind of fun for the dog.
Janice explains the type of clients that she sees and how she's able to help them.
Dogs that I see typically are congenital amputees, which means that they were born either having a limb that's a little bit shorter, not quite shaped the same as their other limbs, didn't develop the same. They might be missing a paw or just a smaller section of their limb, and that's very fittable with a prosthesis. It's actually Anubis's leg that his prosthesis was made off of.
Anubis is an 8-month-old pup who lost his paw from falling from a 2-story balcony. Since losing his paw, he was able to regain stability and motion with the use of his prosthetic. Janice was able to build him a stump-like prosthetic which allowed him to run, play, jump, gallop, and act just like a healthy pet.
The experience has been wonderful. She's very accommodating, and she's been super helpful, super supportive. And the prosthetic is incredible. It's made a huge difference.
For more info on Pawsability, check out their website.
The website is www.pawsability.ca. Pawsability is located in the east end of Toronto. I would say it's East York. We're about 5 minutes from the Don Valley Parkway and Eglinton. Be sure to check out Paws Talk's website for your chance to win a free spa day at Wags and Whiskers.
Next, we've got Toronto Pet Daily Pet Tips and Survivor Stories. Call TJ Renovations for all your renovating needs. 647-880-2431. Quality service since 1988. Call 647-880-2431 and get your free quote today. This week's Survivor Story is about Gracie, a 7-year-old lab.
My name's Diane. I'm Gracie's mom. Gracie is a rescue dog. She originally came from Ohio. She was with a family at the time that couldn't help her with her allergy problem. She was surrendered by the family to a rescue agency in Ohio. She was so sick at the time because she wasn't treated for her allergies. She lost all fur underneath her belly and her arms and her paws, and she scratched so much that her ears were swollen and her eyes were swollen shut. She was in pretty rough shape. I had agreed to take care of Gracie and foster her and help with giving her the proper medication and the care that she needed so that hopefully eventually find her a permanent home. A year went by and I was still fostering Gracie. No one showed any sort of interest in her. I was going to adopt her myself because I had fallen in love with her and I just couldn't give her up. So that day, 4 years ago, I decided to adopt her, which I did, and she's been with me ever since. Everybody at Wags and Whiskers has been great. She's come for day stays, overnight stays, week stays, and they give her medication, so I have no concerns. And she loves the pond and loves that she gets to sleep anywhere that she wants to. So overall, Gracie's the best thing that's ever happened to me. She loves her belly rubs; those are her favorite things. And right now, she's a happy dog. She loves everything and everyone, and she's basically the love of my life. So that's Gracie's story. She's a success story in my book.
Gracie and Diane are best friends and truly meant for one another. This has been Survivor Stories. Stay tuned next week for more. The Toronto Pet Daily Pet Tip of the Week is, if you're switching your pet's food, be sure to do it gradually so that your pet doesn't get diarrhea. This has been Toronto Pet Daily's Pet Tip of the Week. Next up, what's up with Wolfie and Cliff's cats?
Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth Hernansky here. Me and my friend Ronald. And if you're like me, you want what's best for your pets. Let's knock out animal cruelty and get positive.
Cliff's Cats is brought to you by Vet905.com and TheForgottenOnes.ca. Meet Faith. Faith is fully trained, declawed, spayed, and house trained. For more information on Faith, email info@forgottenOnes.ca. This has been Cliff's Cats. Time for me, Princess. Pet of the Week, Cheyenne.
Go for our flyers at pet stores near you. And don't forget to tune into Paws Talk.
Here's what's up with Wolfie this week. Tanya performs a stabilizer test to check Wolfie's muscular strength.
And the thing about this, I mean, this is a really good indicator that she's, and also when she does it, if you watch, you can see all the muscles that are working.
After Wolfie's muscular test, she receives electrostimulation. This soothes Wolfie's pain and helps build the muscle back up to its full capacity. During Wolfie's treatment, Tanya notices some spots that Wolfie has and decides to use laser therapy. The laser therapy helps treat the skin irritation and soothes it. Wolfie loves it. After Wolfie's laser treatment, she heads to the underwater treadmill to work those hip muscles and really extend the left hip, which has been giving Wolfie a lot of trouble.
Where's your ball? Where's your ball?
Get the ice cream, Dad.
Good job, Wolfie. Get it.
After Wolfie dries off from using the underwater treadmill, we head back to the balance ball. This time we're going to do a different exercise. Tanya is going to move the ball forward and actually get Wolfie to help move it by using her hind legs. She puts all the weight on her hind legs, making her hip muscles and stabilizer muscles way stronger. Check out the instant replay as we see Tanya edging the ball forward. Wolfie steps forward using her hind legs. This exercise is great for building up muscle, strength, and stability. Wolfie does a great job and we're all really proud of her. After the balance ball drill, Wolfie heads to free swim to work her hip muscles a little more and get some downtime. Wolfie loves free swim, and after doing a 9-minute exercise, she is actually exhausted. After a quick nap, it's time to go home, but Wolfie will be back at the Canine Wellness Center next week for more What's Up with Wolfie?
Why the commotion?
We're going to Wags and Whiskers.
What's Wags and Whiskers?
It's only the #1 pet care provider in Ontario. They have cage-free boarding and daycare services in a big open space with its own pond.
No cages?
No cages. There's dog walking and even doggy massages.
Wags and Whiskers sounds like heaven on earth.
It is, but for dogs.
They even have in-home cat visits because I hate to travel.
Call 647-203-1279 or at wagsandwhiskers.com.
Let's go to Wags and Whiskers.
Thanks for watching Paws Talk. Be sure to check our website for contest details. And don't forget to check Pet Talk 360's website this November for our new format. See you next week.